Don't call it a comeback. What's going on, y'all? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is 𝘊𝘳𝘺𝘰, and I truly appreciate you guys for being here with me. So Bitcoin is back finally after taking forever to get its price back. This is the highest it's been in over a year. In fact, let me look at the data on CoinGecko. It recently reached a high of $29,000, which is the highest it's ever been since June of 2022. Okay, so this is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to tell you why exactly Bitcoin is increasing in price, right? So there's multiple reasons why Bitcoin is increasing in price and why the bottom is in. Of course, I said that many times that the bottom is in. It's never going to go to 11K. In fact, it's never going to go below $14,500 ever again. The bottom was in December. Okay. So there's multiple reasons. The main reason is that small banks have been crashing. Banks such as Silicon Valley Bank, which is not necessarily a small bank, but it crashed, and it is the biggest crash since the 2008 crisis, okay? But in the grand scheme of things, it's still a small bank. It's still smaller than Bank of America, smaller than Wells Fargo, smaller than BlackRock, although BlackRock is more of an investment arm, but still, it's a very small bank. Now, why did Silicon Valley Bank fail? Silicon Valley Bank failed because they were just one of the only banks that was willing to lend to very risky startup businesses in the digital realm. That's where it gets its name, Silicon Valley Bank, from, okay? So because they were receiving tons and tons of money from angel investors or from people that were willing to invest in highly speculative startup businesses, digital businesses, Silicon Valley had millions and millions of dollars in their coffers. So instead of just sitting on their money in their coffers, they decided to then leverage up on this money and buy government bonds and buy different things like that. But when the Federal Reserve decided to change these interest rates, these government bonds weren't worth as much as they were before. And therefore, the bank has now crashed and collapsed. It's so bad that the Federal Reserve has promised that they're going to print money for all the customers of Silicon Valley Bank. And not only Silicon Valley Bank, but also Signature Bank, which was another bank that failed recently. Okay? There has been an estimate of $620 billion worth of losses recently. In fact, there's also a collapse in bond yields of the US 2-year Treasury. It is down by about 1%, okay, in the past few days. It's absolutely terrible, absolutely bad. If you don't know what that means necessarily, just know that it means very terrible things. And in fact, by the way, I got all these pictures from Lark Davis. Lark Davis is a very famous YouTuber in the crypto space, in the Bitcoin space. Shout out to him. So because all of these stable quote unquote assets, such as government bonds, which are never supposed to be very negative, because all of these stable assets have crashed, a lot of people have now started to invest into very risky stock market stocks and into cryptocurrency, right? The risky asset is now the stable asset. So because the risky asset is now the stable asset, more people are bum rushing their money into Bitcoin, into these very volatile stocks. Because of the halving event that happened in 2020, the amount of Bitcoin that's being produced is way lower than the demand. And this is absolutely great. This is great for the price. That's why Bitcoin is it was about $29,000 a few days ago, but now it's stabilizing around $27,000, $26,000 up and down, which is way higher than it was when it was like $15,500 just, 2-3 months ago. The increase in price is absolutely amazing and it's really great. And also, if you want to look into the technical analysis of Bitcoin, I'm not really a technical analysis guy, but as you can see right here in the chart, it's bouncing off of the 200-day moving average as a support, and then it has broken through the resistance of the 50-day moving average. So Bitcoin is absolutely on a tear right now. It's going ballistic in its prices. Okay, nothing pretty much can stop it. Okay, and this has bled into other aspects of the community. When Bitcoin does anything, the rest of the altcoins do a higher return. So if Bitcoin goes up 10%, the altcoins will go up 20%, 30%, a couple of days after or immediately after Bitcoin goes up in price. That's why Xen has been ballooning. Although that's part of the reason why Xen has been ballooning, that's why Hex has been ballooning. Although that's not necessarily why Hex has been ballooning. I'm going to have a couple of videos that's coming out where I describe these reasons why Hex and Xen is ballooning. But other cryptocurrencies such as Chainlink, such as Binance Chain, they're also ballooning, but they're ballooning higher than Bitcoin is ballooning. This is the way that the market always happens. If Bitcoin goes up 10%, the other ones go up 30%. If it goes down 10%, the other ones go down 30%, 40%. That's the way it is. And I'm telling you this because I thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. Let's get this Bitcoin, let's get this money. Watch this video.